Hi everyone, and welcome to week 7 of Institutional Assessment and Effectiveness. We are coming up on the end of our course here very quickly, and we're also coming up on the end of a semester. So I know that means it's a lot on your plate in terms of graduate work and then your current jobs and all the responsibilities that are probably pulling on you both personally and then even in your work, and then everything that I'm putting on top of that. So thank you for working as hard as you have and for hanging in there. I hope that you guys can finish strong over the next 2 weeks, and then be able to take a short break before the summer hits. So this week we're going to be talking about telling the story of our results, sharing our assessment, and how that happens. There's a couple of short articles in the Suski book as well. We have a chapter from there. So there's those that you'll be reading and then responding to our prompt for the discussion. And I want to encourage you, this is our last discussion that's on our texts, our readings, because our final discussion will be responding to each other for the presentation. So finish strong for this last discussion. And also, I was thinking a little bit about how we share our results, and I just want to encourage you as you think about the story is really kind of different for different people. You know, about a year ago, actually, it wasn't a few months ago, it was a year ago, I was working on an assessment project for the graduate program in higher education. And there was a couple different audiences. I had prospective students, I had current faculty, I had my own faculty within my department that I was going to be sharing this with. And so each group is kind of different. I know that the broader faculty, they wanted to see numbers, they wanted to see statistics, they want more of that information. And I think that prospective students want more of a story and to hear personal testimonials from students that tell them about the program and their experiences. And so thinking about how we share this information is really a key piece of doing this well. And you'll see in one of the articles it talks about how we fail oftentimes to even get the word out there at all. And so I hope that you'll take it seriously. I know that this conversation comes up over and over again as the creditors are, really pushing us to be able to produce and show and demonstrate learning at its highest degree. And so all that put together really makes an impact on the way that we tell our story. And so be thinking about that as we enter this last discussion in terms of the text that we've been reading. And you'll also be starting to work on your final presentations if you haven't started that already, and your final projects, which are the papers. And for the presentations, I will be sending you guys some information on, creating a PowerPoint with your voice on it and then publishing that to YouTube if the file's too big to upload. And so if you have a Mac computer, it's a little bit more tricky. Honestly, the only way I've been able to do it, I have a Mac, is to save my PowerPoints that have my voice on it and then go to a computer lab with a PC and try to create a movie file there. So if you have a Mac and that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you and you'd like to ask me further questions, just send me an email and we can touch base and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you have a PC, you should be just fine. And I will send those out separately so you'll have that information. And then your final papers will be due on Saturday the 11th. And so you'll want to be finishing those up as well. And if you need to get those off to the Heartful Editor, that's a free editing service that we have, and that information is in the general course information module. And you can send that paper off and they'll help you with APA formatting and making sure that your paper is in good order to be able to turn in. So definitely take advantage of that if you want to turn in a paper that's really in its best form. And so hopefully that will be something that you guys can use and think ahead to that. And if you have any questions, again, I say this over and over again, please let me know. I think we had another question in the general course questions discussion in that first module, if you guys get a chance to check that out. We will not have Zoom sessions this week. It just seemed like that one piece that was too much for you all for this week. And so I've decided to not require that for this week, and I'll be giving you credit for that. I'll also be finishing up on grading your discussions. I'm very sorry that I've fallen behind in that. It's just been a really pressing time for me in the graduate program and these classes. So I appreciate your flexibility as I'm finishing up those grades as well. So thank you so much. It's been a joy to get to work with you guys and give you feedback on your surveys and your learning outcomes, grids, and to just connect with you in various ways. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we will connect soon, and I hope you have a wonderful week.